And yeah, I just came back home. I'm just relaxing, watching some TV as I just listened to class as I told you last time.
Oh, all right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Angelica, how are you? Hello. I do, but it's very, very low. I think your voice needs to be closer to your microphone, or you need to turn up the volume. No, it's no better. Not yet.
Hello?
It's a little better. Yeah, that's a little better.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's a little better. Let's see here. Juan, can you hear me? Hello, Juan. Okay, Leandro.
No?
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. So.
Yeah, okay, you're so-so. Fair enough. Glad you could make it to class. Thank you for coming. Paula, can you hear me?
Yes.
How are you today?
I'm fine, a little tired, but I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay, why are you tired? What did you do today?
I go to college and later I go to my job and I do a lot of things and I'm tired, a little tired.
That makes sense. It sounds like you had a full day.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, welcome. Glad you can make it.
Thank you.
Victor, can you hear me? Hello, Victor. Okay, and Christina.
Hello?
Hello, Christina. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can barely hear you. Your connection's not the best. I hear a lot of static, and your voice is not clear. So why don't you check your settings to make sure everything is okay? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And Fatima, can you hear me? Hello, Fatima. Okay. Well, welcome everybody. The people that can hear me and the people I was able to hear, welcome. I'm glad you could make it. If for any reason you cannot hear me because of someone else's connection is making noise, go ahead. It is okay. You can ask me to mute them, or you can tell them that you are muting them because why you cannot hear. And for anybody that muted themselves or was muted, um, understand that you only need to be muted for the period of time of you not talking. When you want to talk, unmute yourself, ask your question, say what you want to say, and that's fine. And we'll try to hear you, but we try to just have the what's the word? I just want to make sure everybody can hear what's going on, okay, in the lesson. So today we are doing a writing class. This is Expressing Your Opinion. My name is Ben. I'll be your teacher today, and we're going to go over some reading and some opinions, and we're going to speak about our own opinions, and then I'm going to go ahead and get us to try to write as well. Okay, so let me share this with you. It's a document, and it gives you a basic overview of things that you can say at the beginning of the sentence to let someone know that you are expressing your opinion. Just give me my computer 1 second, please. Okay. Thank you for being patient, everyone. Okay, if you guys go into Google Drive, I have a document called Writing Expressing Your Opinion, and all it does is give you an entire list of phrases that you can use to express your opinion. Okay, So even when you say, I like this, or I don't want this, this is your opinion. You are telling somebody what you think or how you feel. So almost every time that you speak, you are giving somebody your opinion. Okay? I don't want to watch this movie. I want to do this instead. Okay? That's your opinion. You're letting someone know what you want. We had chicken yesterday. I don't want chicken. I want to eat spaghetti. You know, this is again just telling somebody what you want, and this is your opinion. And so if you look at the Google document, you see very basic phrases to start off with. And you can just say something like I think or I believe. Or even in my opinion. You lay it out right there. You let everybody know this is your opinion. If you want to get a little bit more advanced, you can try to be a little bit more cordial, which means you want to be a little bit more polite, a little bit nicer. And you can say, you know, guys, this is just my opinion, but I think this. And that's setting other people up to let them know that you're not trying to create an argument. You just want them to understand your side. And so if you let someone know, hey, this is my opinion, I'm not trying to ruin your day or anything, but this is what I believe. And if you're going to tell me how you feel, I think it's okay for you to know how I feel. Okay? And you can do the same thing with any topic. If you don't know anything about cars, you can, and someone's talking to you about cars, you can tell them, hey, look, you know, I'm not very familiar with this topic. I don't know anything about cars, but my first thought or my first opinion on this topic is I like to drive them. And that lets the person you know that you're talking to that you're not familiar, and this is about all you know on the topic at first glance. So you're warning them. You know, sometimes I have students that come in and say, "Hey, teacher, you know, I don't speak very well in English. I'm still learning. You know, just letting you know." Now that's not an opinion. That's more of a statement. And do you guys know the difference between a statement and an opinion? Do you guys know the difference?
Yes.
Can you please explain?
Opinion is something we think about, and statement is we think about some things, we create it, we make some declaration, expression. It's statement.
Okay, I think I understand what you're saying. Would you like to rephrase your sentence and maybe be a little bit more clear?
Okay.
So, okay, here, how about this? If I just say the sky is blue, is that my opinion or is that a statement?
Statement.
Yes.
Statement.
Okay, exactly. Okay, so it's when you observe something. That is a statement. So the sky is blue. There is cheese on the pizza. That woman is wearing a red dress. These are all statements because these are things that you have observed, things that you see in the world. And an opinion would be your take on what you see, how you feel on what you see. The woman in the red dress is beautiful. That is an opinion. Okay? I don't like cheese pizza. That is an opinion. I love it when the sky is blue. That is an opinion because now you are taking something that has been observed and you are telling other people how you feel towards the certain thing. Okay. Let's see here. So, okay, that's the difference between an opinion and a statement. Okay, and again, down below, I have many ways to start a sentence with expressing an opinion. Okay, so this is very helpful if you need to write an essay, or if you need to practice writing sentences, or even telling somebody how you feel or what you think. And so the very first, if you scroll down just a little bit, it's expressing your opinion straight up, just in my experience. Therefore, you're drawing from your experience, and you can say this or that. In my experience, I think Mexican food is delicious. Okay, well, I've had Mexican food before. I've had it in my past, and this is how I feel towards it. Okay? And these are just different ways to express your opinion. It's pretty simple. Okay, after that, you have general points of view. And this is where you say, it's almost like you're stereotyping the world or a group of people. And so you say, you know, most people think this. Most people say that. No one can argue that killing is wrong. Okay, no one can argue about that. This is a very generalized point of view where you can safely say most people think like this, or if I say it out loud, people will agree with me. Okay, so it's a very general statement, and you can attach your opinion to this general statement. And if you simply want to agree with somebody, and if they say, you know, I think America is a very boring country, and you want to agree with them, okay? Well, here's how you do it. You can say, oh, yeah, that's absolutely right. You know, I couldn't agree more. There's no way I could possibly agree more with you than I do right now. You know, I agree with you. I agree with what you said. I agree with the idea. And this is just agreeing 100%. If you are only partially agreeing with somebody, what you want to do is you want to tell them what part of what they said you actually agree with, and then you want to give the rest of your feelings. So, for example, you can say, someone says, you know, I think killing is wrong. And I go, yeah, wow, I agree with you. Killing is wrong. But then why? Why is there war? You know, I feel that if people think killing is wrong, we should never go to war with anybody. That's just my opinion. Okay? Therefore, I'm agreeing with somebody, but then I'm asking the question, or I'm making them think about another part of the topic. Okay? Someone says, I think pizza is delicious. Yes, I agree with you. Pizza is delicious, but I cannot eat it every day. It would make me sick. I would get tired of it. I would get fat. So I partially agree with you. It is delicious, but I also feel this way. Okay, so you have agreement, you have partial agreement, and then you have disagreeing. And this is simply when you do not see eye to eye with somebody and you want to tell them your own opinion. Okay? And this is how you do it. And there you go. So there are an entire list of ways you can express your opinion in your own writings or when having a conversation with somebody. Okay? So now I want to go here. Okay, can you guys see my computer screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so here is a small cartoon, okay? And not only when you are conversing, when you're having a conversation, but when you're writing, it's very necessary to express your opinion. You want other people to know where you stand, or how you feel, or what you think. And your goal when you are expressing your opinion is you are trying to get people to understand you. Okay? You're trying to persuade them, especially when you're writing. You're trying to persuade the reader that what you are saying is true or correct. You want them to see where you are coming from. Okay? So the best way for them to see where you are coming from and for them to understand you is after you give your opinion, you need to give reasons why you have your opinion, facts to back up your opinion, or examples to support what you are saying. So you cannot just say, I think America is boring. I mean, you can say that, and that is your opinion. But if you want people to believe your opinion and you want them to understand where you are coming from, you have to explain yourself. Why? Why is America boring to you? Okay? And if America is boring to you, what is fun to you? Give us an example of where is fun or what is fun, so people can understand what you are actually saying. So you have to give your reasons, you have to give facts or examples to support what you are trying to say. So here's a little cartoon, okay? This couple is trying to buy a house, and the person is letting them know how he feels about the house. And he says, the roof leaks, the furnace doesn't work, and the plumbing needs repair, but it's located on the greatest planet in the universe. Okay, that's a selling point. He's saying all of these bad things are with the house, but it's located in a great place. So, and that's just his opinion. All right, so let's read this, and then let's talk about how we feel about this article. Okay, and so right now we'll just talk about our opinions. So let's see here. Would anybody like to volunteer to read?
I can read.
Okay. Who is this? Victor? Or yes, Victor, you'd like to read?
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Please just read the paragraph on the left.
All right. The number of the children in the public schools in the United States who speak little or no English is increasing rapidly. For example, students in the Washington, D.C. school system speak more than 100 different languages and dialects. In the California public schools, 1 out of 6 students was born outside the United States, and one out of the 3 speaks a language other than English at home.
Okay, good. Stop right there. Okay. Thank you very much for reading that. Would anybody else like to finish the rest of the paragraph? Any volunteers?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, please, Efrain.
Yeah, could you please tell me whether he finished because I didn't get it.
These students on the right-hand side.
Okay, it says, these students and their teachers face many challenges, including what languages to use in the classroom. Some people believe that children who do not speak English should be taught in their native language. Others believe that these children should be taught in English only.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. So, somebody tell me, what is this small paragraph about?
It's talking about the multicultural, could I say, multicultural situation that many countries are facing. For example, most of them are developed countries. For example, United Kingdom, United States, and many countries in Europe. What happens is sometimes the schools are full of children that speak different languages, and for them at the beginning it's going to be really hard to get the class in English as the teachers only speak one language, of this English. But these children in their houses speak another languages. So there is a big situation here because I think we cannot confirm that they're going to have a really good education because maybe they are not understanding what the teacher is saying.
Yeah, you're right. So here are these kids that their parents have moved them to the United States, and they are from a different country and they speak a different language. They move to the United States, and all the classes are taught in English, unless it's a Spanish class or a French class or a Japanese class. Otherwise, math, science, history, social studies, psychology, all of those classes are taught in English. And there are, many of these children that don't understand the language. And they are deciding, should they teach these students in their native language, or should they say, no, these students came to America and they need to learn English and English only. So what do you guys think? What do you think is the answer? What's your opinion on this? Let's see. Findy, what do you think? Do you think these kids should have to learn English, or do you think America should teach them their native language?
Yes, that's my opinion. Since the English is the largest language spoken in the world now, and the English is international language, so I think the children who want to study in America must study English first, so there would be easy understand when the teacher teaches them the nations in the class, which their native language is English.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for sharing. Anybody else? Would anybody else like to share? Let's see here. Leandro, are you there?
Yes.
What do you think? Do you think these students that come to America from a different country, do you think they should only be taught in English, or do you think they should be taught in their mother tongue?
In my opinion, I think that every students have talk just English because English is language word.
Okay, yeah, it is used around the world. I agree. Okay, so you think they should only speak English in the schools. Does anybody think they should be taught their mother tongue in schools? Or does everybody... No?
No. Yes, maybe if in the class the thoughts in their native tongues in the class, it could be complicated because they come from around many places, many countries. So you need to have a teacher who speak in their native language. It's impossible, I think. Maybe Spanish people will have a Spanish teacher, and Chinese student will have Chinese students. I think it's not, it's not really fun. It's more complicated.
Yeah, it sounds more complicated
Yes.
than possible. And yeah, like you said, think of how many teachers they would have to just teach in that native tongue. And what if that Turkish teacher only knew how to teach Turkish? Maybe he's not a Turkish history teacher or a Turkish math teacher, and so if you're going to teach them in their mother tongue, you have to have all of these different teachers teaching them all of these different subjects. And then, are they going to be able to make friends? What if there's only 4 or 5 people from Turkey in that school, and then there's 4 or 5 Chinese kids, and then maybe 4 or 5 people from Uganda, and then 4 or 5 people from Colombia, and you keep on going down the line, and all of these students only have a small amount of friends, and they can't ever talk to one another because they don't know how. and it would be very expensive for the schools. And at the end of the day, they are learning their mother language from their parents. When they go home, what do you think they are speaking? Are they speaking English, or are they speaking whatever their parents speak?
Pardon?
When the students go home, what language are they speaking at the house? Are they speaking what their parents speak, or are they speaking English?
If they live in America, you mean?
Yes, if they live in
I
America.
think, yeah, I think they are speaking English because, for example, they are go to supermarkets and people and they are speaking English, so they can speak their mother tongue because supermarkets is in English. I mean, native supermarket, native English there, so they speak English.
Well, okay, here, let me give you an example. Right now, I am in Mexico, and
Yes.
they speak Spanish here. I am with my fiance, and she also speaks English. If we have a kid outside of America, which we want to, that child will speak English with us because we speak English. But when they go to a school, they will speak Spanish. But when they come home, they are going to speak English to us because that's the only language I know. And until I learn Spanish, I will not be able to speak Spanish with my child, and they will learn faster than I will, because at a young age it's easier for them to have or to learn a language. Let's see. Sergio, you said you do not agree. What do you not agree with? Hello, Sergio? Yeah, and Fatima, I agree with you. I think it's okay for a kid to know many languages. I think the more languages you know, the better off you will be.
I think it's the children that try to speak and speaking with your native language with your parents in the house. In school, they can only speak in English.
So you think it's good that they can speak different languages, one at school and one at home?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
agree.
because they don't forget the native language.
Yes, you're right. You're right. They don't forget their mother tongue, and then they're
Yeah,
learning a new language at the same time, which lets them understand the new place that they're living at. It helps them make friends, and now they can make friends and they can talk to the people that live there, but then they can also talk to their parents and understand their parents. So they get the best of both worlds, I think.
Um, I would say, can I say something?
Yes, you may.
Yeah, I would say that it's a must for even for the kids or even their parents if they moved to a different country, they should learn the culture and also the language because this is the only way they're going to survive in the country. Because I mean, for sure, of course, there are gonna be some people that speak their languages, but most of the people will speak their own language. I mean, language of the country they have moved. So, of course, the kids. I do agree that the kids should learn like the local language, but if the parents gonna be more difficult for the parents to maybe learn the new language, so he can just maybe talk with their parents and they in their own language. I have seen some cases where the kids actually teach their parents the new language, so it's really interesting to see that.
Yes, I agree, and I think for the parents, it just takes them longer to learn the language, and it's easier and faster for the child to learn the language of the country that they're living in. But it just takes a little bit longer for the parents. But if the parents want to learn, they will. But you have places now all over the world where a group of people from a different country go there, and since they have so many people from their old country, they never have to learn the new language. So that's why we have in San Francisco and New York, we have a Chinatown, or we have Little Italy, or we have, you know, all these other like streets or areas of cities where a lot of immigrants come in, and they're from the same country, and they have the same culture, and they have the same language, and the kids will understand English, but the parents, the family, does not, because they have so many friends and family that moved over there with them. They have their entire life, and so they don't have to learn the country, so to speak. But the kids end up doing that, but the parents almost sometimes don't. I think it's more dependent upon the job that the parents have, if they need to learn the language where they are or not. Okay, so when writing, okay, we want to be able to express our opinion, and we want to be able to express our opinion clearly, but we have to be careful of grammar mistakes. Here are two common grammar mistakes when writing our opinion. So on the left-hand side, it shows you the solution to fix it, and on the right-hand side, it shows you the problem, and then how to fix it, or the correct sentence. So the first example is a run-on sentence, and that is simply a sentence with two or more ideas, but only one period. And so the sentence is giving us extra and extra information, and we should just put a period in there and make it two separate sentences. So for example, they give us, Pat loves to swim. He is often in the pool. Okay, that is a run-on sentence. So what you want to do is take that run-on sentence and turn it into two separate sentences. Okay, because they're two complete ideas. And so the correct way to do it is say, Pat loves to swim, period. He is often in the pool, period. Those are two complete sentences that, even though they're connected to one another, they're still separate from one another. Okay? And so you just fix the run-on by creating two sentences. Now, something else you can do is use a coordinating conjunction. And that is simply a way to take two separate sentences and connect them together with either a transitional word or a coordinating conjunction, a word that combines the two sentences and they relate to one another. So here is the example. They say the movie was boring, we watched it anyways. Okay? Now the correct thing to do is to put a coordinating conjunction in there. So now you are taking two separate sentences and you're making one compound sentence. And so they say the movie was boring, but we watched it anyways. Okay, so the word but relates the first part of the sentence to the second part of the sentence. Okay, and you can use this in anything. And it's basically a transition word or a coordinated conjunction, same thing, and it just gives fluidity. It just connects one idea to another without breaking up your ideas with periods. Okay, so I want you guys to just let me know. Is number one or number two, any of the sentences, are they run-on sentences or are they complete sentences? Okay, so a complete sentence means nothing needs to change. A run-on sentence means you need to fix it. You either need to put a period in there or you need to put a coordinating conjunction to combine the two separate ideas. And they did number one for us. Okay, I like my teacher. She is very helpful. All right, put a period in there, and now you have two separate sentences. I like my teacher, period. She is very helpful, period. Okay, that was a run-on, and we separated. What about number 2? Is it a complete sentence or a run-on sentence? Anybody?
Hi, teacher. Me,
Number
teacher.
2 is run.
Yes, it's running on. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What would we do? Would we put a period, or would we put a compound word in there?
It should be put a period and also put a coordinate conjunction. This book is very confusing and I can't understand it. Or this book is very confusing. Period. I can't understand it.
Good. Good. You are correct. It can be either one. You're also correct. It is a run-on sentence. And I like the coordinating conjunction. I like combining these two. I just like saying this book is very confusing and I can't understand it. I like that. And so that's what I would do. So very good. Number 3. What is number 3? Is it a complete sentence or is it a run-on?
Run on.
Okay. And what would you do to it to fix it?
It was too hard to play tennis, so we decided to postpone the game.
Very good. Okay. Very good. All right. So because it was hot, they decided to postpone the game. So the first part of the first sentence actually affects the second part of the sentence, and you can connect them with the conjunction so.
Yes.
All right. Good. Number 4.
Me?
Yes. Go ahead.
Stevie makes a lot of money because he works too hard.
Not because, but.
It's but.
But, oh, I'm sorry.
And it's okay, no worries. Now, is this sentence correct? Is it a complete sentence or is it a run-on?
It is a complete sentence.
Yes. Yes, as you can see, the word but is already there, and therefore
Yes.
it already has a coordinating conjunction within the sentence, so it's already correct. Okay, and let's just do one more. Number 5. Let's see, Victor, can you do number 5 for us, please?
What's your kind of writing?
Say again, please.
I don't know.
Okay, so can you read it? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I enjoy going
Me,
to
teacher.
restaurants, but my husband prefers to eat at home.
Okay, so it was a run-on sentence, and you decided to use a coordinating conjunction to connect the two thoughts. Very
Yes.
good. Okay, good. You guys have the basic idea. All right, let's see. Let's go to this one. All right. So no, there it is. Okay, number 4. Okay. Now, do you know what it means when it says make a list of the pros and the cons?
Yes, understand.
Okay. Would you explain it for everybody, please?
And when you have pros and cons, you put in two spaces and things, favorite things and negative things about something.
Okay, good, good. That is correct. On the pro side, we think of all the positive things based on our topic, and then on the con side, we think of all the negative things based on our topic. And right now, let's just go over this. Let's just use our opinions to talk. What do you guys think about using the death penalty as a form of punishment for criminals? What are some positive things about doing that? Can anybody think of anything positive about killing somebody for committing a crime?
What?
Can anybody think of anything positive, okay, to say about killing somebody for for doing a criminal act?
Well,
I think it's good sometimes because other ones will think twist to do some criminal.
Okay, so you're
Everybody will
saying,
scared. Yes, is scared. Oh, they have a death penalty because do some criminals. So other people will scared to don't do a criminal.
okay, well, let's say this. People like you and people like me don't plan on killing anybody. We don't plan on doing something wrong and creating a crime. And so whether they create the death penalty, it's not going to change my mind. If I'm not going to move to a country that has no death penalty just so I can create a crime, just so I can start a crime. So does it really stop people from committing crimes because of the death penalty? I mean, China, they're very hard on the drug war, and they would kill you if you are going to move drugs within their country. They will kill you, but people still do it, right? And the reason they do it is because it makes them a lot of money. And so criminals, I don't think, are afraid of the death because I think they look at the pros of the money, and the money outweighs them dying from it. So in my opinion, I don't think that the death penalty actually stops people from doing crimes. It might stop us normal people, but it doesn't stop criminals.
Yeah, it's true. Some people will believe that because they're just looking for a lot of money. They can make a lot of money with doing some do some by ganja or killing people or some mafia.
Yeah.
But at least it'll be, for example, people will think twist again. Yeah, for example, people will maybe some people have no high mental, is just gets a little scared with those kind of death penalty.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so that's one pro. We'll put it in the pro column that
Okay.
The death penalty scares away other criminals from doing something bad because of the death penalty. That's one pro. Can we think of another thing that is positive about killing people for being criminals?
It should be, it's no needs to take a death penalty for the people who are doing crimes, because we can give the people when they're in the jail, we can give them some like study, learning for skills. So they can so they can learn how to make something, maybe how to make handmade some things, maybe. So we can like give them educate while they are in the jail, so they can, when they are go out, they can work or find some things to face their life. I mean, have some business or doing something because they already have skills.
Well, that's a good point. Now, if you were a shop owner and you had your own business, would you hire someone that went to jail?
It should be, because
But
it's helping people.
Would you feel safe?
Other people feel maybe it's dangerous because they are already people who have experience in doing criminals, but other people will think it's safe because many people is being relieved, being I realize I'm doing something wrong, so maybe I need to change because life is goes on. So maybe I can I want to survive my life, so I decided to change my life. Some people who has crime experience will think about that.
Okay. 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 So for there, you gave me a good example of to not kill people, but to actually teach them a skill. So when they come out of jail, we can bring them back into society, and they can help us create a better
Yes.
world. Okay.
Yes.
So that's actually a con. That's actually a con for killing people, because it says we want them alive. So right now we have one positive reason to kill people, because they are criminals, and we have one con for not killing people because they are criminals. Can we think of any other options?
Can you repeat?
Anybody?
Yeah, yeah. Can anybody think of anything positive or negative with killing people or not killing people, based on the fact that they are criminals?
Well,
Uh,
it's so hard to talk about it, because
but
some cases it can be an example for other people do not the same thing.
Very true. But you have to
Right?
recognize that people that are in the government of your country had to have this conversation, and they decided to do one thing or another based on that conversation. And so those people made the hard decision to either kill people or not kill people, okay, based on the conversation they had. And that's what we want to do is not come to an agreement, but when we think about it, you want to think about all possible sides, and you want to think about all scenarios, because it can be important. And if you are the one making the decision, you want to make sure that you're right at making the right decision. And since you are not the only person making the decision, if you feel one way or another, you want to convince people to think the way you think. So you have to convince them that your opinion is right. Okay, so for me personally, I don't think that you should kill them. I think most of the crimes that are committed are not criminal acts unless you actually are hurting somebody on purpose. I think that is a crime. I think taking something from somebody on purpose is a crime. Other than that, like drugs, I think that is your life. And if you are allowed to eat McDonald's, and you're allowed to eat potato chips, and you're allowed to smoke cigarettes, and I think you're allowed to take drugs. If I mean, those are all bad decisions, and it's your life, and I should not be able to tell you how you live your life. If you want to be stupid, you can be stupid. If you want to be unhealthy, you can be unhealthy. If you want to be any of those things, that's your choice. But I don't think that's a crime. But when you kill somebody or hurt somebody or take away from somebody, I think that's a crime. But I also don't think that we should kill them because of that. Because if you kill them, then you are no better than them.
A
Okay?
new crime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah. You are now just them. But now you are behind the law.
Yeah, sometimes people do some crimes just because they get some influence with their neighborhoods, circumstance, and friends.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Who am I? Who am I to judge? Okay. Um, People make mistakes, and are we supposed to forgive those people for making those mistakes, or are we supposed to punish them for making those mistakes? And it seems that um, our system, anybody that does a crime, they are supposed to be punished. There is no forgiveness. There is only forgiveness within the family and the communities, but there is no forgiveness in our law. So if you
Okay.
So I just
Oh,
want.
teacher, I agree with you, but here in Brazil, for example, the jail, I don't know how to say jail is the name is correct the name, and are so a lot of people in this place, a lot of killers and whatever, and I don't know what the solution for increase the numbers of crimes here. I think invest in education or something else, but some crimes I think don't have solutions. Murders of
Like a serial
child
killer.
and I don't know how to explain that, but some people I think don't have correction, you know.
No, I agree with you. There are some things out there that people do that are horrible and disgusting. Um, and I think that's when they should be put away. But see, I mean, that's a very tough question. I agree with you. Should you kill them or should you put them in jail? Because if you put them in jail, now the taxpayers have to pay money to keep them alive. You know, you have to feed them, you have to clothe them, you have to entertain them. Um, you have to make sure that they have all their medicine and health. So now you have to pay money just to keep this person alive. So the easy thing to do is to actually kill them. The hard thing to do is to let them live. And it is a very tough subject to talk about, especially if we're talking about rapists and murderers and just horrible people that do disgusting things. Why would you want to make the people of your country pay for them to live when I don't even know if they care to live, because that's what they did. I mean, they took other people's lives into their hands because they don't care about their own life, so to speak. So that's a very interesting topic. Now, what I want you guys to do, we don't have much time, okay? But I want you, if you can, to write your own opinion, okay? But here's what I want. I want you to write your own opinion of should we use cell phones while driving, and give me either one or two reasons why we should be allowed to use cell phones while driving, or why it's a bad idea to use cell phones while driving. And all you need to do is state it's a good idea or a bad idea, and then you need to give a reason why. Okay?
Well, I
And
think it's a bad idea because you can kill someone.
I'm sorry, say again, please.
Well, I think it's a bad idea because you can kill someone in the traffic.
Okay, well, that's true. Now, can you guys put that in writing? And can you put that here on the right-hand side in the chat box? That's what I would like you guys to do.
To make a
show me-
sentence?
Yes, I would like you.
Statement? Okay.
Well, not a statement, an opinion. So maybe use one of the phrases that I gave you from the other topic, from the other document, and you can say, some people may disagree with me, but I think texting while driving is a very dangerous thing because this, and then you say this, okay? Or you can say, this is just my opinion, but I think talking on the cell phone while driving is not bad at all. And you can give a story, or you can give a fact, or anything that you know. But just try to give your opinion on whether you think it's a good idea or a bad idea to use cell phones while driving a car. Okay, Findy, I like your sentence. I think Using cell phone while driving should not be allowed because Alright, here's your sentence, Findy.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Victor, I think it's very dangerous because you can run over someone. Yeah, I think it's dangerous to use your cell phone while driving because you can run someone over.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes, Shanu.
I can say my opinion.
Yes, tell me your opinion, or write your opinion on whether cell phones should be used or not be used while driving.
Using cell phones while driving is a good thing because driving for a long time is a boring thing. And listen to some music with cell phone is comfortable for driver. When I am driving, I often listen to some music.
Okay.
This make me happy. I don't want to sleep.
That's a very long sentence. You might want to shorten that or make it into 2 or 3 sentences. So that's why writing it down would make it better for you. Just therefore I can see it and tell you where to make a new sentence.
Teacher,
Yes.
my name is Sergio.
Hello. How are you?
How are you? Thank you. I think use mobile driving is very dangerous. Therefore, reduces reflections by 70%. You have to use one hand to meet, to speak, and another to steer without saying the loss of attention.